This video brings an urgent message about how people around you are seeing you in a completely different light. Something has shifted in your spiritual energy that's making others react to you in ways they never have before. This isn't just another spiritual video. It's about a transformation that everyone around you has started to notice. You've been chosen to receive this revelation about the new spiritual influence you're carrying. The message you're about to hear has been arranged to reach you at this exact moment. When this change is happening, there's a divine appointment occurring right now as you watch. Don't scroll away, because what you're about to learn could explain all the recent changes in how people have been treating you. The spiritual light others are seeing in you is about to be revealed. This isn't an ordinary spiritual message. It's a divine alert about a powerful transformation that's been happening within you that others can actually see. People around you have been noticing changes in your presence, but can't explain what they're sensing. Missing this revelation could mean not understanding the new spiritual authority you're now carrying. This transformation marks a limited time spiritual elevation that's affecting everyone in your circle right now. Jesus wants you to understand the influence you now have so you can use it wisely. That's why this message found you today. Your attention to this video isn't coincidence. It's divinely orchestrated to help you see what others are already seeing in you. The spiritual light that's been growing around you has reached a point where it can't be ignored anymore. People are being driven to respond to you differently, and you need to understand why this is happening and what it means for your future. Every prayer you've whispered during your spiritual growth has been building this light that others now see. Every moment you chose faith over doubt has been adding to this transformation. All the times you stayed faithful when others gave up have been recognized in heaven. Your spiritual journey hasn't gone unnoticed by those around you. Those times when you felt overlooked or undervalued by people, Jesus saw your patience. The moments when you kept your faith strong while others treated you ordinary. That persistence was creating something extraordinary. The effort it took to keep growing spiritually, when no one seemed to notice, has been deeply valued. The prayers you prayed in secret, the character you built in private, have all been acknowledged. Spiritual transformation doesn't always happen overnight, and divine changes aren't always obvious at first. Sometimes they require time to become visible to others. Jesus understands this process, which is why he's helping you recognize the powerful change that people are now seeing in you. The different light that others are seeing in you appears in your presence, your words, and even your silence. This spiritual transformation shows up in the way people suddenly listen when you speak, respect your opinions more, and seek your company differently than before. It appears in the wisdom that flows through your conversations, the peace that surrounds you during stressful situations, and the strength others feel when they're near you. This light is uniquely connected to your specific spiritual journey, something Jesus has personally developed through your faithfulness. It connects directly to the prayers you've been praying and the character you've been building through trials. Jesus chose this particular transformation because it reflects the authentic spiritual growth you've been experiencing. The change in how others see you won't remain subtle much longer. When you fully understand this new spiritual influence, you'll realize how your faithful journey has created something that draws people either closer to you or makes them uncomfortable around you, depending on their own spiritual condition. This new spiritual light is causing specific reactions in the people around you that they can't fully explain. Some are being driven to seek your advice about problems they never shared with you before. Others find themselves wanting to spend more time in your presence because they feel peaceful around you. Certain people are being driven to respect you in ways they never did before, suddenly valuing your opinions and listening to your words more carefully. Others are feeling convicted about how they've treated you in the past and are being driven to apologize or make amends. Some family members and friends are being drawn to ask you to pray for them or include you in important decisions. Others who used to overlook you are now being driven to notice and acknowledge your wisdom and maturity. The spiritual influence is naturally sorting your relationships, bringing genuine people closer while making fake people uncomfortable enough to distance themselves. The transformation is causing people to reveal their true hearts toward you. Some are being driven to support you in unexpected ways, while others are being driven to either submit to your spiritual authority or remove themselves from your influence entirely. There's a wave of heavenly attention surrounding your spiritual transformation right now. You're becoming more spiritually influential without even trying to be. Heaven has noticed your faithful growth and is now granting you increased spiritual authority that others can sense. More people will begin seeking your guidance and presence as this transformation continues to develop. This isn't happening by chance. It's a carefully arranged blessing designed for the season of your spiritual maturity. Your prayers and spiritual practices have created a visible aura of divine favor. Your spiritual sensitivity inspires heaven to increase your influence with others. Your faithfulness makes a difference in the spiritual atmosphere around you. This divine recognition shows that Jesus deeply values your consistent spiritual growth. Each faithful choice you've made, even when no one was watching, has led you to this level of spiritual elevation. Jesus delights when you recognize the authority He's been building in you through your journey. Your transformation serves as proof that faithful spiritual growth creates real, visible change. The timing of this spiritual transformation is no coincidence. It's happening now because you're ready to carry this level of spiritual influence. This precise moment has been divinely chosen because you've grown in wisdom and character enough to handle increased authority. Your spiritual eyes are now mature enough to see the responsibility that comes with this new light others are seeing. Your heart has been prepared through trials and experiences. Your soul is now ready to carry spiritual influence more clearly than ever before. All the challenges you've faced have been preparation for this elevation in spiritual authority. Nothing in your spiritual journey has been wasted. Every experience has shaped your ability to influence others positively. This particular transformation is connected to larger spiritual movements happening right now. Jesus is elevating those who have proven faithful in smaller things to carry greater spiritual influence in these important times. If you're feeling blessed by understanding this spiritual transformation, please consider sending a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more to support our channel's mission of helping people recognize their spiritual elevation. Your generosity helps these divine insights reach those who need to understand their own spiritual influence. When you give, you participate in a sacred exchange that allows us to continue creating content that helps people recognize the spiritual authority Jesus is building in their lives during these transformative times. As you begin to understand this new spiritual light that others are seeing, greater responsibility naturally comes with it. This clearer spiritual influence brings new opportunities to impact people's lives in ways you never imagined possible. Don't view this responsibility as a burden, but as a sacred opportunity to participate in Jesus' work through your transformed presence. This revelation signals it's time to step into spiritual maturity and leadership with wisdom and humility. Finding balance becomes essential during this spiritually elevated time. While embracing this new authority that others are recognizing, remember to stay grounded in the spiritual practices that created this transformation in the first place. Prayer, scripture, and community have shaped who you've become and will continue to support you as you grow into this expanded role of spiritual influence. Jesus is inviting you to become more than just someone who grew spiritually, but someone who helps others grow through your transformed presence and wisdom. As you become aware of this different light that others are seeing in you, think about how you can help others recognize their own spiritual transformations. Your experience shows that consistent spiritual growth creates visible changes that affect everyone around you. Heaven witnesses every moment of spiritual elevation and every choice to embrace increased spiritual authority responsibly. Your story of transformation brings hope to people who feel stuck spiritually or wonder if their growth makes any real difference. Your awareness of your spiritual influence becomes a light that helps others recognize their own potential for transformation. This elevation isn't meant to be a private blessing. It's an invitation to help others experience their own spiritual growth and authority. Jesus often works through those who have experienced spiritual transformation to help awaken others to their own possibilities. Your newfound understanding of your spiritual influence serves as both personal blessing and ministry opportunity to guide others toward their own spiritual elevation and the respect that comes with authentic spiritual maturity. As you navigate this new level of spiritual influence that others are clearly seeing, stay consistently humble yet confident. Jesus reminds you that while being recognized for your spiritual transformation is wonderful, it's just the beginning of a lifetime of increased spiritual authority and responsibility. Maintain the spiritual practices that created this light others are now seeing in you. Guard against pride or the temptation to misuse this influence for personal gain, rather than helping others grow spiritually. Let your spiritual authority continue to flow from genuine relationship with Jesus and daily attention to His guidance. With this new ability to influence others spiritually comes ongoing responsibility to use it wisely and lovingly. Use this gift to discern who genuinely needs your help and who might be trying to manipulate your newfound influence for their own purposes. Embrace this journey of spiritual leadership with both humility and confidence, showing others that authentic spiritual authority comes from faithful service to Jesus and genuine care for people's spiritual growth and well-being. Picture a future where you consistently operate in this elevated spiritual authority that people can see and feel. Imagine divine doors opening through your spiritual influence, opportunities arriving because people recognize the light you carry and your impact on others' lives, expanding beyond anything you've experienced before. Jesus stands with you, encouraging you to embrace this journey of spiritual leadership with complete trust in His guidance. This is truly your moment to experience deeper divine connection through the authority He's been building in your character and presence. This marks the beginning of a time when your spiritual perception, wisdom, and influence will be more aligned with heaven than ever before. Accept this transformation with gratitude, and remember that you're surrounded by divine support as you learn to walk in this new level of spiritual authority. The path ahead holds countless opportunities to impact lives through the spiritual light that others are already seeing in you, bringing transformation wherever you go. If this message about your spiritual transformation has awakened something in your heart, please consider blessing our channel with a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or whatever amount feels right to you. Your support creates a beautiful spiritual exchange and allows us to continue sharing these revelations about spiritual elevation with those who need them most. Your generosity helps fund our mission to help others recognize their own spiritual transformations and the authority Jesus is building in their lives. If you're ready to acknowledge that people are seeing you differently because of your spiritual growth, type 888 in the comments below as your declaration of spiritual elevation. The journey of walking in this spiritual influence that others can see continues beyond this revelation. As you step into this new level of spiritual authority, stay grounded in the prayer and scripture study that created this transformation in the first place. Every moment you use this influence wisely could be the exact guidance someone else has been waiting to receive. Your growing spiritual authority serves as inspiration for others wondering if their own spiritual growth will ever be recognized or make a real difference. Move forward with a humble heart, a wise mind, and a responsive spirit ready to help others grow when they're drawn to seek your guidance. Create opportunities for others to experience their own spiritual transformations. As you enjoy the respect and influence that comes with authentic spiritual maturity, the spiritual authority you now carry has always been part of how Jesus works. Through faithful people who prove themselves trustworthy with smaller responsibilities. By choosing to embrace this elevation responsibly, you join a long tradition of spiritual leaders who learn to carry divine influence with wisdom and love. The different light that others see in you will continue to grow brighter as you remain faithful to the one who created this transformation in your life.